It's time to Greg R. Doucette. It keeps getting worse for Mike and Solomon's former client.
Muscle starts burning and you feel uncomfortable. I think that's not good for you. No, you should put the weight down at that point.
And that's Dorian Yates making fun of the science-based lifting community.
Physiological anatomical rationale that we've known for like 100 years.
What are you talking about? Science-based lifting is a scam. Coach Greg, in today's video, it keeps getting worse for Mike Israetel. I mean, Mr. Mike. And it's not only Mr. Mike, it's also Jeff Nipa. Program switch up.
What's crazy is Mike can't even jump a Jeff Nippard. Think about that for a second.
And so science-based lifting is essentially dead. It's gone. It was fun while it lasted. It was cool. You know, keeping 3 reps in reserve, doing all these bullshit exercises that you know are not working. And so in today's
all you gotta do is train harder than last time. It's gotta be better than yesterday.
Video, we're gonna show again what Dorian Yates is saying about this, as well as bro science lifter Don Mazzetti. Dorian Yates, it's in full force. I'm happy to see he's joined essentially everybody else except for the Circle Jerkos.
Reps in reserved. We've got a different term for that. In
6-time Mr. Olympia champion, by the way.
England, it's called a wanker's workout.
In Canada, United States, we say, you know, you train like a pussy. You train like a kitty cat. And so what science-based lifting has actually done is tried to convince people.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about the Turk Platinum. I wonder if Turk Diamond will ever come out.
Well, you know, guys like Jeff Nipa, that you don't have to actually train hard, that training easy, it works better than training hard, that Dorian Yates and Mike Mentzer, that they got it wrong, that it wasn't about how much you put in that you got out, but that if you just hold back, especially if you're natural, you'll make significantly more gains, you know, so long as you buy their programs. And
pretty sure intensity is the single most important factor here.
Periodize it accordingly and mostly train easy. And then once you do train hard, you got to take a deload week because, you know, that's how you grow based on science. The science of which uses 8-week studies with soccer moms and says that this is the best way to grow. If you're a soccer mom, by all means, your first day in the gym, you don't need to train hard. You just show up. Everybody already knows that.
I don't like it when like the muscle starts burning and you feel uncomfortable. I think that's not good for you. No, you should put the weight down at that point.
Of course, the close.
It's kind of funny thinking about like burning your muscles by doing some bicep curls. Like that's hard, yeah. But the second you involve any sort of anaerobic activity, it's a different ball game. Like your muscles are screaming for help. You can't breathe and you hear your heartbeat in your eardrums. So I'm just saying there's levels to this training thing. And simply weightlifting, like it can be intense, but sport-specific stuff is a lot more intense.
The closer you get to failure and or beyond, the more your muscles are going to burn, the harder it gets, and you want to stop. Your body is telling you, hey, that's enough. You get that lactic acid, the burn, and so you stop. But those of you who don't stop and you keep going, you know, the real men of the world who are actually training hard, those are the ones who are going to get the most gains. And so I don't care if it's talking about lifting weights or doing cardio, racing bikes, sprinting up a hill, studying. Those who can suffer more, who can put themselves into more uncomfortable positions.
I get this is probably incredibly taxing, but it's kind of goofy. Just going crazy on an e-bike, like you're not actually on the road.
Those are the ones that are going to gain the most. And so there lies the name of my brand. Harder than last time. Not 3 more reps in reserve than last time. Not easier than last time. Not go until it starts to become uncomfortable. Harder than last time.
Who wants to be uncomfortable? It can't be good for you, can it? No.
That clearly doesn't
Reps
work.
in reserved.
Let's compare Mike Mentzer's physique, who looks a lot more like Coach Greg than Mike Israetel.
5'2", by the way.
Now, remember, I'm not anywhere near Mike Mentzer's level, but I do believe I look closer to Mike Mentzer than Mike Israetel, and I'm not just talking about the hair on my head and my mustache. At least I have an IFBB Pro card. Mike Israetel does not. Mike Israetel had surgeries to remove the 20 pounds of body water in order to...
That's a jump scare. Holy buckets. How he wasn't immediately blacklisted from the shitness industry after this, I mean, it goes to show you can really just post through anything. And a lot of midwits will chalk this up to being authentic. This is disgusting. This is grotesque. This is a monstrosity.
Try and get his pro card in the Masters division in his next competition.
Look, that is the face of someone that enjoys showing you their delusion. This is a turbo gooner.
Let's examine the photo
It's the Blood Eagle.
that Mike Israetel just posted to see, does this look like Mike is healthy? Should Mike not just throw in the towel and take the L and give up and say, guys, I was wrong. I'm way less impressive than Mike Menser. I shouldn't have gone for my pro card, and I'm getting off the steroids.
It looks like a hemorrhoid exploded in his ass cheeks. And he is now dripping in a diaper full of blood.
I mean, look what it's done to my head. Guys, why does...
I brought this up the other day. He's got roid horns. We did a full skull analysis over on kick.com/Philion. Absolutely preposterous. I need to know the RP strength head cranium maxing protocol.
My jaw do this? Is there something wrong with me? Mike, yes, there's something wrong with you. Now, as far as the jaw thing's doing, that's perhaps your anger
I need to know his skull stack.
on knowing that you're never going to reach your IPB Pro card. And what you're doing is...
I like how they hashed out the beef, allegedly, and now he's just going demon mode once again. He doesn't give a fuck.
you're biting. Like you're going like this. Let's now pay attention to your head. What exactly is going on?
That's a divot, bro. His head is like an anvil.
Does anyone see some enhanced bone growth going on? This is known as acromegaly or gigantic.
Acromegaly. You know, I got to throw a dictionary or a thesaurus Greg's way. I'll have my secretary do that. It's exogenous, not exogenous, and it's acromegaly, not whatever he said.
Giganticism, and is a result of abusive levels of growth hormone. And so what we're seeing, if you want to sound smart, you know, like how Mike Israetel would talk, you use big words, people think you're smart, is temporalis muscle hypertrophy with cranial bone acromegaly, which is the growth of the bones. And so it's about the bone.
It's the growth hormone for horns.
Mike Israetel is on so much growth hormone that it's causing his bones to get bigger, to expand. This is not good. This is not healthy. And oftentimes when people abuse
It's fucking insane is what it is.
growth hormone, they're also abusing insulin. Also not good. And Mike, remember he made that video promoting MK677, and what he forgets is that this can cause type 2 diabetes. This is also not good. Mike also uses performance-enhancing drugs, which can make him feel only rage. Let's add to this list.
So does Greg, though. Let's not forget.
He had higher blood pressure and had to take telmisartan and I do believe a different blood pressure medication, I forget which one, which allowed his blood pressure to get back to normal. But that's known as...
Do you recommend a push-pull leg split or an upper-lower for horn growth? Any ideas?
polypharmacy, when you have to take multiple different drugs to combat using a single drug. You're on so many drugs because you take this drug, you need that drug.
What's so weird to me is that these bodybuilders will pull up their underwear in between their ass cheeks and flex their glutes. And for some reason, it's not gay, ? This looks like the POV when I make a new orc in World of Warcraft and I'm in Duratar and I have no gear to my name. I have gray items in my inventory. And I'm running around killing boar and cave diving for quests.
Downplay the side effects. You take this drug, you take that drug, and essentially you're on 10 drugs or more. Remember when Mike said he had more willpower than almost anyone? Why does he then need to take a GLP? Is he on retatrutide or is he on terzipatide? But when you're taking medications to reduce your appetite because you can't stick to your diet, that means you don't have a lot of willpower. Now, if you don't have all that willpower and you can admit it, you can go to AlgoRx, you can purchase.
See, bodybuilding has even gotten easier with GLP-1s. Weight loss medications. It's essentially how dialed is your drug stack and your response to gear? That's all it is. And then it becomes this mental battle of starving yourself for competitions.
Ozempic, you can purchase terzipatide. You can get blood work to see exactly how healthy you are.
There's even a new one. Larry used it in the other vid. There's a whole market of Chinese peptides that are one-shotting people as well.
Really are. And if you're not healthy, well, maybe you can lower your doses. Maybe you need telmisartan. Maybe you need to cycle off. Or maybe you have low testosterone levels. Do you need enclomiphene? Do you need HRT?
The reason why I'm inherently against this, for obvious reasons, is because it's instant gratification. Everything about bodybuilding and the whole shitness industry. The pipeline is to blast roids, get a physique, use it as your business card, sling supplements and training, and then retire into the sunset after you nuke your body. Oh, I forgot about the shitty clothing brands as well, with the copy-paste, streetwear, slop designs.
And so, depending on what you need, you can get a
Yeah, essentially, it's who has the best pharmacy.
Doctor to prescribe you prescription medications for cheaper than last time. If you compare them to Merrick Health, please compare them to Merrick Health and then thank me later when you save thousands of dollars. Click the link in description, code Greg 10% off to get all your pharmaceutical needs. And so what I find interesting is there's 1,000 comments about this post and people aren't concerned. Shouldn't every post be saying, you know...
And genetics is muscle insertions and your response to the pharmaceutical drugs. That's it.
Go to the doctor. This isn't healthy. You're not natural. Perhaps you need to lower the doses. It's as if they're coming to see the accident, the car crash. They cannot look away. Guys, I'm telling you, you should in fact look away. Let's now check out Don Mazzetti. And so I'm going to react to Don Mazzetti, reacting to Mike Israetel, reacting to Don Mazzetti.
And I'll be reacting to Greg Doucette, reacting to Don Mazzetti, reacting to Mike Israetel, who's reacting to Don Mazzetti, over on kick.com/Philion.
This is just a Tuesday for me, guys.
One study at a time says
It's a Wednesday for me.
it's almost nothing. All the studies together and physiological anatomical rationale that we've known for like 100 years.
What talking about?
Do you know what more of nothing is? More of nothing is nothing. You can check that out, Mr. Mike, with ChatGPT. Nothing plus nothing equals nothing. More famously, as Dorian put it,
a bag of shit that gets bigger is just a bigger bag of shit.
And so if you have a bunch of bullshit studies added together, it's more bullshit. It's a bigger pile of bullshit. And so if you take a bunch of soccer mom studies and you pile them up, you've got a bigger pile of shit.
I'm Don Mazzetti, professor of exercise and just doing it. I got an LSD and recreational drugs, competitive at everything.
I mean, he's got an LSD and recreational drugs and he just does it. And so there it is.
I'm lost. This is Reactception.
That is just as good as Mike Israetel's PhD. I mean, Mr. Mike had over 200 mistakes in that PhD. Mr. Mazzetti,
But they were just contextual errors.
I didn't see a PhD. And so by not writing it, he actually did better than Mike. Mike would have been smarter for not having written that PhD thesis.
I still nut every time I hear those gunshots.
Pause it right there. Science-based lifting is a scam.
That's right. It is gatekept by Jeff Nippard, Mike Israetel, and that's really it. Are there any other science-based lifters?
That is what it is. It's a scam. And what is a scam? They try to convince you that for certain, if you lift this certain way, that it's better than a different way. That is why Mike Israetel tried to get his IPB Pro card. He wanted to show the world that...
Why does Greg keep pumping out slop faster than a whipped Chinese orphan pumps out Nike shoes when he's rich? How do you think he got rich? How do you think you stay rich? Lifestyle creep is a thing.
His methods were better than others. And by getting his pro card, that would prove it. And so he didn't get the pro card, and so proved that it wasn't.
Lat spread fart noise blue lobster.
Science-based lifting is a scam to get you to do more science and less lifting. The whole reason we started lifting is because we were bullied for being nerds.
Facts.
And so notice, Mike just responds with facts. I mean, why didn't he respond with facts when Solomon called him out for his PhD? He should have said, facts. PhD.
That's true. Yeah. It's because he's code switching, because one is critical of him and the other one is critical of him in such a way where it's all fun and games. It's Dom Mazzetti. But the fact that Solomon hit him where it hurts, his actual credentials, throwing into question his authority in the shitness industry, that's why he didn't say facts.
Horrible. Let's all move from that.
Dom Mazzetti's not a threat because he's playing a character.
Because that was written over 12 years ago. Since that time, I aim to do better. I studied harder than last time, and I'm not that same person. If he had said that, this would be over. But instead, he tried to cover it up and lied.
On YouTube and start a fitness gossip channel. Like in lifting, the best way to make yourself bigger is to make someone else smaller.
It's actually facts. People put other people down to make themselves up. Think of it. If you're about
That's downward social comparison.
up here and you say some things and that person goes down, then you're still here and they're down there, and so you're better than them. I don't like size-based lifters. Nothing would happen. I don't care. But if you let it sink in, it's going to sink you. And so this is a graphical picture showing what happens when you give a shit about what people say about you in the comments.
Thank you, Greg.
And so when Bro from Bangladesh says, you don't have 20 pounds of body water, you say, nothing, and you stay there. But if you care, you go down and they win.
First, very important
I
step.
just like the idea that he's playing with puppets, shilling Turk, and blasting down the highway in his McLaren.
Become a failure. No one dreams of becoming a fitness
There's enough reactors on screen to power a whole city.
influencer gossip channel. But lucky for you, you are no one.
Mike's got it made. I mean, Don Mazzetti is telling you all you have to do is start by being a failure. And so Mike is like, wow, that is what I do. I will start by failing in life, and then I have it made. Because think of it like this. The worse your starting point, if you start at the ground floor, if you're way down in the toilet, anything's a win for you. If you're born in the money, you're making millions of dollars, you have millions of followers, it's hard to get above that. But if you're in the toilet, everything else in comparison, it's amazing.
However, failing isn't as easy as it seems. Just ask any science-based lifter.
I don't trust any guy that has this many tattoos. Unless you're in a metal band. Unless you can scream and it actually sounds good, there's no need for all this.
You can't just give up immediately and say you're a failure.
Yes, in the
You
context
have to be a lead singer to have that physiognomy.
of lifting weights, failing is hard. You have to push yourself. You can't stop.
It's the safe, sleazy, tough version. It is. See, I never overcompensate. Only when I tip people. I'm a heavy-handed tipper. What can I say? It's the only time I'm overcompensating, overpaying for something. No tattoos. Clean slate. Tabula rasa. Pure. Smooth. Rub my skin with olive oil.
3RIR.
I
Failure
actually undercompensate to not scare the hoes.
involves going hard all out. And so, again, I wanted to show you what
Ladies, my wiener is tastefully small. Do not be afraid.
actually training to failure look like. And not just failure, beyond failure.
You get banned from hot springs in Japan if you got tats. I think it's because of the gang culture in Japan. The Yakuza.
You know, harder than last time. If all you do is go to the gym and train to failure on every set, that isn't actually hard. If you're a beginner or an intermediate, yeah, it's hard-ish. It's harder than Jeff Nippard was training. It's harder than Mike Israetel, but it isn't hard. And so I record a set of me doing abductors. Remember, I hardly train my legs because I train my legs on the bike, sprinting, and so on. Are you training harder than last time? And so should you train to 3 reps in reserve? Should you train to failure? How do you know it is? Well, I'm going to go all out with perfect form, and we're going to see, is it actually true failure? All right.
You'll just never catch me on the vagina machine.
Okay, that's failure, right?
Yeah, that looks like failure.
I'm forcing that weight, using a little bit of resistance, pausing.
Could you imagine maxing the gayest machine? That's saying you're the gayest one in the gym.
And I'm slowly controlling the eccentric. Essentially, I'm training harder than last time. I'm pushing myself. I could have stopped at 5 reps. That looked hard. I mean, according to Jeff Nippard and Mike Israetel, it's probably training too hard. But was it though? I'm pushing all out. I can't do any reps on my own. Clearly, that's beyond failure. And so,
Veins in the trap is insane. That is some comic book level shit.
on my own. Clearly, that's beyond failure. And so, why am I not stopping? It's burning. I'm not talking about going to the washroom with gonorrhea. It's burning. It's uncomfortable. Why don't I stop? I mean, doesn't science say I should stop? Ask Mike Menser and Dorian Yates. Do you really think I need to stop, or is it not about chasing that burn? Pushing myself, really pushing myself, not training half-ass, not training like a wanker or a kitty cat, but
All I'm saying is you will never find a clip of me on the internet on that machine. And I'm proud of that.
really going hard in the gym.
What actually is failure? If you're training 3 reps in reserve, I would have done 2 reps on that set. But instead, I went to failure and did 5 forced reps to really get a good workout.
So instead of 2 reps, I'm doing 8 plus.
It's not a good workout.
See how much harder that is? And so when you go to the gym, how hard are you training? If you watch too many Jeff Nipaw videos, you probably think that you're pushing yourself when you get near failure. Near failure is training easy.
And now a word from our sponsor. Men only want one thing, and it's
Turk!
delicious. High quality.
Oh my God. More David Barr protein slop, my #1 op. Fake vegetable fat to imitate what they can't create. Real ones know. Kick.com/Philion. We stay mogging until they drop.
Protein packing, sugar lacking, on the go muscle snacking.
I was thinking it was oral. But if it wasn't that, I believe that men also want one thing, and it's Turk Builder Max and or Turk Platinum.
I'm still waiting for Turk Diamond.
Either of these, this is what men really want. And it's not just the men that want this, it's the ladies. Money back guarantee, $20 gift card. And so just going to read a quick
This is a VSL within a VSL.
reference from someone who's coached thousands of athletes after
Chat, if I catch any of you taking Turk, we're going to have a serious talk.
1 week. I'm going to read this. After about a week, a few notes on Turk. I feel as if it has some metabolic effect. I track my diet daily, and despite raising calories a few hundred, I'm maintaining weight but leaner. Strength feels as if I've added a SARM. It's odd getting leaner and still holding strength for heavy working sets. I'm running about 40 kilometers a week right now, preparing with
Why not just take Tren at this point? Just go all out. None of this half-measure bullshit.
Jody for high rocks. I wanted the Turk to protect a little muscle from the high output, feeling really dry too. Can Jody use Turk? And so the answer is yes, it's just as effective or more for females. This is not a paid advertisement. This
I took that old Huberman recommended test boosting blend back in the day and I got immediate kidney stones. Yeah.
is somebody who tried it, reached out to me and said, this is what it's doing.
Isn't Huberman on TRT too? Bro, everyone is on TRT. And then they sling supplements and act as if it's not the fountain of youth that they're taking doing all the work.
That is a common effect of using Turk. That is what I experience. And so when I say, hey, I put on tons of muscle, tons of strength, it's made a
Everyone's juiced but me. I'm unmilkable.
significant difference in my performance. I'm not lying. Why would you think that? Like, if you're watching this
The only juice I take is Capri Sun.
video and you think I'm a liar, why are you watching this video? If you think I'm lying, please stop watching this video right now and click on sub and go cheer for Mike Israetel and Jeff Nipaw. Like, look, go give them a follow. I don't want your follow. If you don't think that I'm an
Based.
honest person, that I'm literally telling you exactly what the supplements are doing, then go somewhere else. I don't want your business. I don't want you as a fan.
Greg is shaking the branches. We did that over at Third Eye Global, kick.com/Philion. Got rid of all the soy.
Go somewhere else. I am not lying, and I've been third-party tested, vindicated, and yes, I've tested the competition. And I do have chain of custody in case I get sued because I would love it. Because then in court, I can prove everything that I know. Then I will have a judge saying, Coach Greg is truthful,
What if I just don't goon and retain my life force? About to get natural steroid effects from it? 100%.
honest, and you are not.
If you practice mana retention, think of all the spells that you can cast. It's true. You goon, prolactin goes through the roof. You get tired, lazy. It's not the move.
This is the honest truth. If you're interested, code Greg 15% off. And if it doesn't meet or exceed your expectations, a money back guarantee and a $20 gift card. What do you have to lose? Go watch Bro Science Life's video. The video is long enough. He continues to say funny things about Mr. Mike. And so please go and watch it. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops. And remember, we're looking to sponsor athletes as well as to get ambassadors who are interested. Click the link in the description.
Should I apply to be a harder than last time athlete? Might be the move. Buy Turk, use code Philion. Psh,